Okay, so I was feeling this episode. What did y'all think? I liked it. I felt a range of emotions. I was mad, okay, cussing and yelling and screaming at the TV. I was laughing a little bit. I was even crying with Chris and Neil. Got me in my feels, you know. So it was cool. I felt a range of emotions, and I can always appreciate that when I'm watching a television show. Anyway, hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective, and we're here to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 8, episode 10, New Kids on the Cell Block. If you're new to my channel, I talk about reality TV, books, movies, all sorts of things. So definitely get in where you fit in and consider subscribing to the channel. Get down in the comments, sound off. I love to hear what y'all think. And don't forget to like this video before you leave. Let's get into it. So we seeing Nell and Chris, and I like Nell and Chris. I like their family dynamic. I like how they interact with each other. So I'm appreciating them. So Chris is in his office. We know he's a real estate broker, and Nell owns her own daycare. So she's coming in. She wants to talk to Chris about some things that's going on with the family. Now, Chris is at work basically looking for homes for Sunni and Moses. And I said, not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. And we're going to get into that in just a second because I definitely have thoughts. All right. So Nell sits down. She was like, I really want to talk to you about some things that's going on with the family, and he says, well, sure, let's talk about it. He then shares with her that he is looking for a house for Sunni and Moses. And she's looking at him like, don't you think that's going to be a conflict of interest? Because Destiny's supposed to be your little sister. So how the hell are you going to be looking for a house for her arch nemesis? Well, I wouldn't even call Sunni arch nemesis, girl. Just she ain't nobody. I'll get into Sunni in just a second. But how are you going to be doing that? And Chris was like, I don't need permission from Destiny to sell no house. And I ain't going to hold Chris. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad. I ain't going to hold him. Now, the reason why I'm not going to hold him is because I know that him and Destiny, yes, they're friends. Yes, that's his little sister. But I don't feel like they've known each other like that. I feel like no one on this show know each other like that. And when the opportunity for business arises, I cannot be mad at somebody, get your coin. And I can see Chris he wasn't successful by, playing Mr. Nice Guy, clearly, right? So I'm not mad at Chris. I ain't going to hold him. I'm really not. So Nell was like, listen, let me get out of these people's business. Let's talk about our own business. And what's happening is Nell and Chris have been lending money to their adult children, all of their adult children. So Chris Jr., sometimes Lance, who is their oldest, Kiki, and I think they have another child named Kayla. And it's really draining their pockets to the point now where Nell feels like she is being affected emotionally. It's affecting her mental health. And it also sounds like they put her pretty much in debt with lending out more money than she really needs to. So, they're looking probably at retiring pretty soon, figuring out how they're going to, maybe travel as they retire, etc. But if they're pulling money out of their retirement funds and their retirement savings to bail out these grown kids, you see what I'm saying? So I will tell you that I really love this scene. I like the way she expressed herself. I thought that she was very clear and direct in what she wanted to tell him. Now, on the receiving end, did I feel like Chris was really in alignment with her? I don't feel like it. I feel like Chris was just kind of listening to her and was like, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll do this to appease you. But I don't know if I felt like Chris was really receptive to how she felt. Maybe he was. I don't know. But in the scene, it just didn't feel that way. So I don't know. Anyway, moving on, we see Martell and Chris, and so Chris is going to show Sunni and Moses Martell's home. So, Martell is a builder. Obviously, Chris is a broker. And then, Sunni and Moses are trying to move to Huntsville. Now, Huntsville, Alabama, out of all the motherfucking cities in the goddamn country, okay? Out of all the goddamn cities in the motherfucking country, y'all asses is coming to goddamn Huntsville, Alabama. No, ma'am, Pam. No ham, no Pam, no turkey, nigga. We do not have time. I do not have time for this shit. Do not play with us. Carlos King, if you have any plans or goals to put Megamind and her raggedy minion on a damn TV show, girl, I will. Now, I can't say I ain't gonna watch, but I'm gonna be talking about them and dragging their asses every damn week. I don't have time. I do not want to see them. I am not interested. They definitely can be, friends of, but I do not want to see their asses on the damn on the theme song or whatever in the opening credits. I do not want to see that. And the way Sunni's head is shaped, girl, something is off with her. Yeah, I don't know, and not because of the way her head shaped, just because something going on with the girl. She not okay. Like, how do you? It's almost like single white female. Is that what it's giving to y'all? It's giving single white female a little bit. It's like, I'm gonna try to be you as much as I possibly can. And girl, what in the hell she had on when she walked up in the house? You see how much I got? I got. Baby, when I tell you, I was talking cash money shit up in my house when I saw Moses and her and Sunni. Girl, okay. So let's bring it on in back to the scene. Now, they go out, so they showing the house or whatever. Apparently the rooms are too small according to Sunni, right? But they do talk a little bit about their pregnancy journey and how Sunni is on her second round of IVF, just wrapped that up. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Let's also reflect on the fact that Destiny in the opening season premiere said that Moses was trying to get Destiny pregnant as well. So clearly, Moses don't give a damn. He just want to try to impregnate somebody as soon as possible. Any warm body will do. Okay, that's what it's giving. Like, that's what it's giving to me. So they have this awkward moment outside, out on the back patio, and it was kind of like one of those moments like, we got to talk about the gala, so get prepared for it. Don't act awkward. So Chris was kind of like talking about the gala a little bit, and you can tell Sunni was kind of like skittish just a bit. And she said that, the gala was cool or whatever. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. She talked about Stormi's sandwiches. I ain't like that. Okay, her big forehead ass. I don't like that bitch. Anyway, so here go Martell. Just can't wait. When I tell you, I don't know what the energy was with Martell this whole episode, but the energy with Martell, this scene and the scene with Stormi, to me felt like, well, my shit fucked up, so I'm gonna try to see if I can fuck everybody else shit up too. Like, and I ain't gonna hold you. Well, you know what? I won't even go there. I won't even go there. I won't even go there. But Martell was on some, my shit is fucked up, so I'm not going to tiptoe around anybody else's shit. If I see they shit fucked up, I'm going to call it out. Because I'm not going to be the only one looking crazy on this show. That's how it gives with Martell. His energy is very much like devil may care. I'm here with a lighter and some igniter. Like, I'm ready to ignite and set everything ablaze. What's going on? What's up? Right? So there in the backyard, here go Martell stirring the pot. Yeah, we talked to Destiny. They showed a clip of Destiny. I ain't gonna hold you. Destiny is funny as hell. She is a good reader. She was like, "Damn, match made in hell," and I'm here for it, right? And I'm happy for them. I forgot Destiny said that. That shit is funny as hell. Destiny is a good reader. Like, I love that. I love that for Destiny. So they here go to conversation with Destiny. So here's Sunni and Moses justifying it again. Mind you, notice that Sunni is doing all of the talking. I met this man, there was nothing in between when I met her with him. The usual shit she's saying. When I first met him, I immediately knew he could have been my husband, and he felt the same, and all this other foolishness. Now, Moses have the nerve, the unmitigated gall, the gumption to open his mouth and tell us that Destiny fumbled the ball. Now, that same bullshit that Sunni said to him in the last episode, I said, my God, today. Now, it would have made sense if Moses was saying that about Sunni, right? Like, it wasn't no hard feelings with Destiny. I saw Sunni and she was the woman I really wanted to be with. I immediately knew she was my wife. Like, it would make more sense. Moses tells us that Destiny fumbled the ball. That's the only reason why.
All of this, it's just...
You know what, Sunni girl? You are a loser. Girl, collect all of your L's, all right? Collect your L's and go sit down, girl. Collect your L's and go sit down, okay? So here go Martell. Like, I talked to Destiny, but I'm neutral, right? I've already told her I don't feel a way. So I'm going to sell this house. If y'all want to buy this house, I'm going to sell it. I'm neutral. I said, and here go Chris. I said, get him, Chris. Yes. He said, oh, so you understand what neutrality is. Okay. So you understand when somebody is neutral. Here go Martell backpedaling. Oh, well, see. Well, you see what she be doing to me. Nigga, ain't nobody doing nothing to you, boy. Don't nobody want to be bothered with you, okay? Ain't nobody studying you, okay? Ain't nobody studying your ass. You are the lunatic, all right? And Chris was like, no, I've always said I was neutral. Ain't nobody taking no sides on nothing at all. And Martell in confessional, he says, no, it's different. You know, this ain't got nothing to do with me and Melody. We was married and we got 2 children. I said, what the fuck does that got to do with the price of tea in motherfucking China, nigga? It's the same goddamn thing. You can be neutral, all right? You can be absolutely neutral. No, you and Melody want people to take sides, and that's it. And that's not right. That's not right. But anyway, I appreciate Chris for getting Martell together. Whack him again, okay? Get him again.
I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
Anyway, so we see Martell going and rolling up the Stormi's warehouse. Now, again, I feel like Martell was on that I'm ready to mess everybody's shit up energy, okay? Now, Martell rolled up in there. Stormi was like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? She asked him about why he was acting weird with Trisha. And he said, he's still again backpedaling and pussy popping. Ain't no telling what Martell got going on. Ain't no telling what Martell and Trisha got going on, but I'm gonna give you my theory, okay? So at this point now that Martell has shared that Trisha was down to the crib, he told me my DM'd her and she came over to the house to see what's up. I said, see what's up, nigga. Oh, okay, now y'all fucking on each other. Y'all was fucking on each other, okay? And what I think is that Martell was fucking on Trisha when he was married to Mel, all right? That's what that is. He was fucking on his baby mama, and I'm sure he was fucking on a couple other women. Now, he say that this was before she got with Ken. Or actually, he say ain't nothing happened. I said, no, nigga, no. So y'all were right. Y'all kept saying, nah, something happened with Martell. I didn't want to believe it. I just felt like he was just trying to drag her name through the mud. Nah, that nigga did something. Something happened. Also, side note, I completely forgot to mention this part about Stormi and Martell, so my bad, I have to circle back around. Now, as we realize that Martell is lying, okay, through his raggedy teeth, that him and Trisha didn't do anything, Stormi tells or shares with him about her having to go to jail as well for harassing communications, something very similar. Well, not very similar, but one of the charges were very similar to what Martell had gained, right? Now, I don't think Stormi knows the full story. So, well, not at that point, I don't think she knew the full story, but they kind of talked a little bit about the situation, how Millimeter rolled up to Stormi's place of business. The warehouse was basically putting out all kinds of negative content about Stormi, stalked her place, rolled up on her, and then recorded Stormi going off on her. Okay. And that's what caused the charges to be pressed. Now, I don't know how in the whole ham sandwich you're able to roll up to somebody's property, okay, trespassing on private property. And then when you get cussed out, then you can file charges against them, because I've seen scenarios where, we won't even go there. But anyway, again, I don't understand how you get filed charges against you, charges filed against you, and you have to go to jail for that. So they commiserate a little bit on that. And then here goes Martell, always finding a way to try to work Mel into the situation. Sir, if you don't want to be bothered by her, you say she doing all this stuff against you, leave her name out your mouth, okay? You nutcase. So he says, they have Mel acts like she can't be in the same room with me because they bring up the gala, right? And he says that the only reason why he didn't come is because he's been eating cakes and cookies and all this other stuff. Don't nobody want to see you, Martell. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis, okay? Don't nobody want to see your ass. So I'm fine he wasn't featured because we not featuring him. But Stormi shares with him, yeah, I told Mel about the event. I said that she was, I said that she was coming, or I invited her and I told her that you was coming. And she said, if Martell gonna be there, I don't want no parts. And Martell was like, I don't know why she act like that, because we was at our daughter's spelling bee and I was sitting behind her, a seat behind her or 2 seats behind her or whatever, and she was fine. Sir, that is a totally different scenario. Why in the world would she say, I'm not going to come to my daughter's spelling bee because you were there? Obviously, you're going to be there, okay? She not gonna turn down going to her daughter's spelling bee, sir. Leave that lady alone. Okay? And I have a question. I don't understand. If you feel like Mel is doing all these different types of things around you, why do you still want to be in the same room with her? Okay, if you're saying that she's causing all this chaos and confusion in your life and harassing you and doing all these things, why would you even want to be in the same room with her either? I don't understand. Okay, Martell, make it make sense to me. You say one thing out the left side of your mouth and say something else out the right. Girl, don't nobody got time for this, okay? Anyway, they bring up the situation with Stormi and Mel and a friendship. And Stormi basically was like, listen, I'm not trying, when we first met, we was like, hey girl, hey. And then the energy left. And so I'm just protecting myself. We cool. Ain't no problem. I don't have no problem with her. I don't dislike her, nothing like that. But it is what it is. And honestly, that's just kind of how you have to be. Somebody, you try to be a friend with somebody, they ain't showing you the same energy that they showed you when y'all first became friends. Girl, let that shit go, girl. Move on. Move her right along, Okay, my bad. I had to insert that in because I forgot about it. Moving on. All right. Now we see this awkward ass scene with Sunni, Moses, Kimmi, and Maurice. Now, when I say that this scene was set up to try to play a sympathy card for Moses, I don't give a fuck what Moses got going on. I really don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This nigga was in jail for over 15 years and he 40 right now, I think. So he spent more time in jail, okay? Well, maybe it might be even in half and half now. But at a point, he had spent more time in jail than he had as an adult free living. I don't have time for that, okay? And I did see what they were trying to do, paint the picture. Oh, we grew up in these real harsh environments. And I get all that. But also, girl, no ma'am. You are a loser, Sunni. Girl, when I tell you a loser, you thought, Here's my Sunni. This is what I meant to say something about Sunni. Sunni was a very insecure woman, as you can tell. Was and is a very insecure woman. I feel like Sunni might have just come into her own and she felt like whatever Destiny had, she could have it as well. And not whatever Destiny had, like, oh, Destiny's got a man, I want to grab one too. No, I want hers. I want to have her stuff. Not like Destiny just living a fabulous life at all anyway. But also, as we continue on, it's like, well, I'm a one-up Destiny because I feel like I can compete with her. And that's what it is. And she is not a girl's girl. She is one of those very insecure women who will get around other women and pick one that she feels like she can be in competition with and then try to start taking everything that girl got. Or, one-upping her. It's like, girl, that's some loser ass behavior. And if you feel like you winning with motherfucking Moses, a nigga who been in prison longer than he been out free half of his life, girl, good luck, sister. Okay? Now, Sunni and Moses invite Kimmi out without Tisha because basically Tisha gonna get in the business and she don't want to hear all that. And they tell them their plans are going to Huntsville. Now, what I did find interesting was Maurice was doing all the talking. Maurice was doing all the talking, trying to get all in their business, trying to figure out why they was moving fast and trying to figure out everything about everything. I said, now, anytime Kaya was sitting down, anytime Kaya was there sitting down and talking about you and your child that y'all got, he don't have nothing to say or he got to go. All right. But he was interested in getting to know Moses and Sunni business. Girl, ain't had nothing to say when Kaya would be sitting across the table. Okay. Well, I just thought I'd point that out. Now we get into the conversation of children. We find out that Sunni and Moses have been trying to have a baby before they even got married. I swear, girl. Okay, girl. I think Maurice says in a confessional that Sunni is the decision maker in a relationship, and that's probably a good thing because Moses hasn't made the best decisions. I said, ooh, that was shade. You low-key shaded the shit out of Moses. I ain't gonna hold you. And again, Kimmi being the type of woman who is like, my friend's enemy isn't my enemy until they do something to me, which, girl, like, I cannot stand people like that. They ain't did nothing to me, so I'm cool with them. It's like, okay, well, you don't think that at some point in time they are going to do something to you? Okay. It don't bother me, so I'm chilling. All right. That's exactly how it always starts. But Kimmi saying that, I have an affinity for Sunni, when I was going through the cancer, you reached out to me and you were befriending me, right? And I understood that she was using her words very wisely, because quiet as it's kept, girl, it really doesn't matter to Sunni whether she was trying to be a friend to somebody or not, okay? And I was like, how are you having an affinity for Sunni when she's clearly said that her quote-unquote befriending people is just her doing her job? I was very lost with that, Kimmi. I didn't understand where you was going, but okay. Again, Kimmi is, again, one of those type of women. My friend's enemy is, I'm cool with them until they do something to me. So good luck with that. She said, I do still have an affinity for you. And, you know, I just thought that this scene was basically to try to create some sort of sympathy vote, maybe for Sunni and Moses. But girl, it's not working, girl. We do not want to see them on our TV screen, girl. They can go to hell. All right. Moving on. Moving the fuck on. Now we see the family get together. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Nell was making some lasagna, and that lasagna looked very much seasonless. Okay, it did not look good. It did not look good. I ain't gonna hold you. And Chris was like, girl, you ain't gonna put no more meat in there? That's all the meat you gonna put in there? Again, I'm sure Nell can cook very well, because that food at the last dinner looked amazing. I don't know what's going on with that lasagna, girl. But we moving on. So the kids get there, and they're talking about the financial strain that they're putting on the family, and they really want to cut people off because they don't want to be in debt no more. And Nell says, going forward, I'm not footing the bill for none of you grown people, okay? The only people I'm gonna be taking care of are my grandkids. And she mentions Lance's 2 kids, and Kiki gets in her feelings. She was like, what about Mira? And I guess that's Mira is Kiki's daughter. She was like, you only mentioned Lance's kids, but I know you're not my mama. I know you're not my daddy, but what do you consider them to be your grandchildren too? And she has this emotional moment. And girl, when I tell you, I was bawling, because Kiki says she doesn't have a mom. She doesn't have a dad. And obviously she has parents that donated their sperm and egg, right? Of course, to create her, but they aren't active. They don't exist in her life like that. And so, girl, whoo, when I tell you I was in my fifis, girl, was in there crying, girl. So I feel her. And that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about it, but I totally understand Kiki, and I feel for her. So Chris suggests family therapy, group therapy with Dr. Francis. And I was like, yes, Dr. Francis. I love Dr. Francis. And the guys were like, yeah, sign us up. We love Dr. Francis too. So that's how I know Dr. Francis be on some real shit. Because even the boys, Lance and Chris, was like, yeah, let's do that. I would even like some solo, courses, some solo sessions with him. I was like, yeah, because Dr. Francis is that nigga. Listen, when you know when it's real, and you know when it's fake. Your choices to choose between your gut when it's real and it's fake, that's up to you. But you know when it's real, you know when it's fake. And Dr. Francis is for real, to me, in my opinion. Okay. And so they're like, yeah, let's sign up. Now, here go Nell. Now, I ain't going to that. Y'all could go, but I ain't going. I said, now, Nell, how are you supposed to help? How are you supposed to be the matriarch of the family? How are you supposed to help move the family forward, but you don't even want to go to therapy yourself? Girl, you got to lead by example, girl. What are you talking about? I was looking at Nell like, girl, you lost me, girl. You lost me in that moment. I was rooting for you, okay? I was rooting for you. And this is what you do? No, ma'am. But we get to see next week. We see Dr. Francis. Super excited to see him. Love Dr. Francis. And we also see Trisha's husband, girl. When I tell you, this show finds new and elevated ways to be messy, and I'm not mad at it, girl. I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I'm really not. So we get to see him. He not bad looking on the eyes. So, okay, we here for that. He meets with Marcel. So I'm assuming that he probably already knows Marcel. I don't know how they're going to set that up, but interested to see. And I guess the girls are going to be going on a trip with Melody to some island. Girl, what? Well, let me find out OWN can finally afford to take them on trips, girl. Chill. Okay, come on, Carlos King. Y'all done finally made a little coin. I'm not mad. Let's do it. I'm here to see it. I'd like to see it. Okay. All right, anyway. I'm done. Y'all get down in the comments. Tell me what you think about the episode. Don't forget to like this video before you leave, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.